I'm Jenni Carlson here with Gina Mizell. Oklahoma State has defeated Kansas 20-14 here in Lawrence, but Gina, it was much more of a struggle than we ever expected it to be. Why was it more of a struggle?
The offense just didn't perform well. Mike Gundy was pretty open and honest about his feelings about the performance on offense. He said it was painful for me to watch. As an offensive guy, a former offensive coordinator, had trouble running the ball with Joseph Randall. He didn't really get going. J.W. Walsh had problems throwing the ball down the field. Didn't play horribly, but certainly didn't play great, and had a lot of injuries. Tracy Moore went out. Isaiah Anderson went out, so certainly that didn't help. And yeah, it was not the blowout that we expected, and I think it starts with the offense, that it just didn't get rolling like we're used to seeing at Oklahoma State.
Todd Monken even threw himself under the bus and said he didn't make some great calls, adjustments there with the offense. But, Gina, let's talk about quarterbacks, because for the first time since Wes Lunt was injured, he was on the sideline in uniform. Let's talk about quarterback play. Is it potentially the last start for J.W. Walsh with Wes Lunt coming off this injury?
I think it's definitely a possibility. I asked Mike Gundy, how serious they were about playing Wes Lunt, and he said that he was available and that they could have played him if they needed to. Obviously, they felt that with the reps that J.W. Walsh got in practice, that Wes Lunt clearly didn't get the majority of the practice time. So how effective would he have been in there? So, but I think everyone's pleased with how he's progressing. So with that being said, this very well might have been the last time J.W. Walsh starts for this team. I asked him about that, and he said that he's not going to approach it that way. He's still going to go in and watch film and act like he's the starter. But I think there's definitely a good chance that Wes Lunt is back for this Oklahoma State team next week against Iowa State.
Well, while the offense was struggling, for the most part, the defense played pretty well today. Obviously, at the end, had some plays that were not as good as they wanted. But defensively, is that maybe the bright spot to come out of this game?
I mean, Kansas is so bad offensively. I don't know if you can look at it that way. Again, didn't play horribly, but certainly didn't play well. This whole team didn't play well, except for maybe Quinn Sharp. Quinn Sharp's probably your MVP of this game. Had a 70-yard punt, kicked a long 49-yard field goal, and then took a roughing the kicker penalty when it looked like Kansas was going to get the ball back with the chance really to win it in regulation. So, let those 14 points get on the board there late and kind of gave Kansas momentum. Did make a stop on fourth down, which seemed to be a huge theme of this whole day. But yeah, I mean, the defense didn't play horribly, but certainly didn't play fantastic.
If Quinn Sharp's your MVP, that might tell you why Oklahoma State struggled today against Kansas. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.